Thanks very much, Minister. It's my job today to do the thanking, and in particular, I suppose, just with and you wouldn't thank me if I didn't do this. In particular, to thank the Welfare Rights section and Robert, who's down the end of the room, and the team there who put in an enormous amount of work in producing Working for Work each year. To staff in the Department of Social Protection, who is in the Information Service, Deirdre McAndrew and her predecessor Aidan O'Reilly, and others, and their colleagues in the department who again work with the Welfare Rights team in the production of it. Staff in FÁS, the Department of Education and Skills, who also provide funding towards the publication. The Revenue Commissioners, and then in particular in terms of the production of Working for Work and the materials associated that you'll see around. Cormac, who's there also acting as cameraman, Cormac from Printwell printers. And then in terms of the online directory, which Joe, again down the back of the room, is the lead person on in the development section here in the INOU. Tom Jukes from Digital Revolutionaries. And then in particular, just to thank Ray, who works with Joe and John in the development section. Ray is great for editing publications like Working for Work. He helps me with all my typos and press releases, and he also did a lot of work with Joe on the production of the online directory. I think again the online directory, as both the Minister and Anna said, I think will complement Working for Work because it will help people find out who in their local area can help them and what service they need to access. So when you look on the site, you'll see the map of Ireland there in the top right hand corner, and you can then follow to find a service in your local area. And I think it's a good development, good online development, and I think will complement publication very much in terms of our work. Wearing my more usual hat, I'd just like to thank the Minister for, I suppose, noting the importance of social welfare payments in a local economy and keeping the local economy going. And we will be calling on the Minister and on the Government to stand by what is in the programme for government and to maintain social welfare rates. We are keenly aware, as all of us in this room who work on the ground, how important the payment is to people, to maintaining people's standard of living, which for many people has dropped enormously, and an awful lot of people are struggling. So we will be calling on the Minister and the Government to maintain the rate, because I think it's absolutely critical. I suppose, like so many other organisations, we feel we really do need to try and invest in Ireland's tomorrow, try and get some stimulus back into the economy. It's going to be very hard for us to get out of the crisis we're in unless we start to invest in tomorrow. And I suppose as part of that, we feel for the new National Employment Entitlement Service, the new Pathways to Work service, there also needs to be investment in frontline staff so that they have the capacity to deliver a really good service, so that when unemployed people go in the door, when others in receipt of social welfare payments go in the door, when they meet the person, that person is really well informed, really knows what they're about, and if they can't help the person, they know to whom they need to refer the person on. So that it's a service that people see is there for them, to assist them to get back to work sooner rather than later, and if they need to go in a course, that they're offered the right course that will help them to progress on. And then that is part of the reform that's going on in public service at the moment, that some of the anomalies that are there are addressed. In particular, one I suppose has just come up quite a lot over the past number of weeks. I think it's always been there, but it just seems to have struck us. It's become more visible in the past while, is if somebody has done a course in the past, if they've done the right thing, activated themselves or been activated, and then they find when they try to change career that because they've already got a VTAC level 6, they now can start off something new, where they may need to start off at least VTAC level 5, for example, or lower. Those kinds of anomalies I think need to be addressed, particularly we have so many labour market experts say all of us need to be constantly reskilling and re-educating ourselves. So just with all the reform that's going on, I think it's absolutely critical. It really is around trying to ensure that the new services that are developed are top-notch and that they really are there to help people to get from where they are now to a better place. And for unemployed people, that's about getting back into a job, and in particular getting back into a decent job. So thank you all very much for coming today, and the Minister for her support. Thank you.